Hi, my name is Tyra Nakayama, and today my group and I will be presenting on climate change. First, we just want to talk about the causes of climate change and then go into the history and just talk about the development of data, understanding, and action throughout climate change in the world's history. And then we'll go into human influence of climate change, just explaining the physical evidence of human effect on climate change. And then we'll finish up with the political and popular views of climate change and the popular sentiments of climate change, specifically here in the US. Now, everywhere on Earth, ice is changing. The snow on Mount Kilimanjaro has melted more than 80% since 1912, and glaciers in the Himalayas are retreating so fast that researchers believe that most to all glaciers will be gone by the year 2035. Now, these major impacts of glaciers and snow-capped mountains melting so fast is a result of climate change and is occurring faster than it ever has in world's history. Climate change, also referred to as global warming, is the rise or drop of temperatures on Earth. We're currently experiencing this rise in temperature due to the fossil fuels releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This then has a wide range of effects on the Earth, such as rising sea levels, pollution, deforestation, droughts and wildfires, and a rise in natural disasters as a whole. In fact, statistics even show that if changes are not made, temperatures will continue to rise even faster than before. So in order to take action on this issue, one needs to have an understanding and knowledge on the topic first. And so with the study of the history of climate change, we are able to see the patterns that have occurred over time and where they were specifically located. Climatology is the scientific study of climates in direct regard to human history. So taking a step back into time and looking at the 18th century, we see so many theories from many great philosophers. But one that really sticks is uniformitarianism. Uniformitarianism is the discovery of ancient glacial existence and its movement. Simply put, it's just suggesting proof of Earth's climate change through these glaciers. And a good example of this is the Great Teton Range in Wyoming. Here you see Jenny Lake, and besides it stands a U-shaped valley of the Tetons. And what you're looking at this U-shaped valley is actually an ancient existence of a glacier that has now melted down into Jenny Lake, and Jenny Lake is actually receding as the years go by due to climate change. Now moving into the 19th century, climatology has resulted in scientific and religiously commonly held beliefs that humans could not cause or shift climate change, which sounds a little funny. However, a discovery by Thomas Chamberlain in 1899, he was able to conceive a theory that the concentration of carbon dioxide produces greenhouse effects and therefore it does cause change in climate. Now in the 20th and 21st centuries, we have digital computing changes and technology improvements, and that has given us the ability to measure atmosphere and greenhouse effects. In 1985, we realized there is a plausible greenhouse effect that will cause warming and human consequence. 1990 brought an expansion of research and solutions available for the whole population of Earth, and in 2018, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, otherwise known as the IPCC, stated, "The world is headed for painful problems sooner than expected as emissions keep rising." Overall, history has proven that we have a track record of climate change and that only in recent years are we really beginning to take the research more seriously as we see the effects of rising temperatures on our Earth and our populations increase as well. So furthermore, we now have significant evidence that climate change is going to continue to leave drastic effects on humankind and the human biosphere as we know it.
Political and popular views on climate change in the United States. Climate change has become a heavily politicized issue in the United States, but it wasn't always this way. It all really got started in 2006 when former Vice President Al Gore became involved in making the documentary Inconvenient Truth. This made many Republicans reject the issue completely and many Democrats support it. Now in 2019, like many of the issues that we face, we're extremely divided on our views of climate change by almost a 50-50 margin. Although many Americans have differing views on climate change, including whether or not it is real, what its impacts will be, and what we can do to combat it. As you can see here in blue, 48% of Americans agree that climate change is due to human activity. In the light blue, 31% believe that climate change is due to the Earth's natural patterns and cooling and warming cycles, and 20% Climate scientists should have a major role in policy positions, and the majority of the U.S. agrees. As you can see here, 56% of the general public believes in that statement, and even 53% of energy industry leaders agree with that, although only 44% of elected officials agree. Most of us expect major changes to our way of life due to climate change. However, there's another school of thought that believes that new technology will solve most of the problems for us. This is a slippery slope. We need to recognize and do what we can now to solve these problems and give technology more time to innovate. It's probably a long way up. In conclusion, despite being heavily politicized, climate change is real. The impact of it will have lasting effects on the Earth and humanity's way of life. We must accept responsibility for this, or it will have a drastic impact on everything. We must demand better methods of recycling and support companies that have switched to sustainable resources. And overall, we need to contact our representatives and tell them that we want action to combat climate change before it is too late.